So I'd just like to touch on a few different topics that I wanted to discuss in regards to this new system that I'd like to talk about a little bit. It has to do with free education and free healthcare, a whole different educational system than what we have today. And it could be online based, but I'm actually trying to develop this new educational system where it's a lot more involved, a lot more advanced, and it's pretty much for everybody. So everybody can learn just about anything. Now, I want to welcome you guys to the year 2020, and I know it's been a crazy year, so there's a big difference between what was important to us in the beginning of the year and what's more important to us now. And previously, or in the last 500, 600 years, we've had the same system of money controlling the world. Money makes the world go around. Well, I've always believed that that system is flawed because you can see where a lot of people are left behind in this system, and we already know that only the 1%, as we call it. So why can't that be 100%? Why can't it be 2%? Point is, the system doesn't work, and it's pretty obvious today because what's important to us now is our families, which has always been important to us, but we've never really, had time because all we do is chase the dollar every day because we need to pay our mortgages and things like that. So you see that post on Instagram or all over where it just shows how coronavirus has actually given us a new meaning of life. It's like we have time to spend with our families. We have time to relax and think and kind of enjoy life a little differently because is life supposed to be where you just work all the time and just keep working? Like we're obviously pawns in a big economical scheme, and economics is basically just money going around, and it doesn't stop. Like it just keeps going around, and this conversation is like this conversation, it doesn't go anywhere. So what do you need to do to change this? Well, you need to eliminate a few things. And one of those things is the dependence that we have on, grocery stores and our cable networks and our news. So media has a lot to do with it. And besides the media, it's us. It's us that we're just stuck in this system and there's no way to get out of it. Well, now we're forced to be out of that system. And what's going to happen when the economic structure fails? What's going to happen when the banks foreclose? So everything is based on money, and money is supposedly running out, or things cost so much. And if we had a proper system where we are self sustained, we are healthy, we are able to create and manufacture things a lot faster, a lot more efficiently, and within our realm. So everything needs to be shared in the world. So you can't have one country that does everything, Every country has their specialties, every country has their drawbacks. And that's why you need to develop a system that makes sense for everybody. So at the end of the day, governments will have no choice but to agree that, the system that we've had in the past, it's just something from the past. It has to change. like economy and money and the stock market. The stock market itself, you can just see it diminishing because why are we giving them so much money? For what? We don't need them. What we need is health, food. We don't need Boeing to get $100 million. We don't need Air Canada to be bailed out. We don't need it. What we need is proper preparation, development, and non-corrupt management. In order to get that, you need to develop a new voting system. So the new voting system basically involves everyone in your neighborhood. You elect someone that you feel would be deserving enough and probably educated enough and, a fair-minded person that everyone respects. So bring these people to the forefront. See if they are interested in taking on this task, because we need people like that. So in every community, you have those people, and then we just connect into larger groups. It's kind of like the system that we have today, but these people will not be getting paid. They do it because they want to do it. They want their neighborhoods and ultimately the world to be a better place. So we need to develop this system. It's not very difficult. We can gather some information. If you guys want a message on YouTube, share a link. Let's communicate and see where we can go. I can give more information about the educational system after, but it is very broad and it's different. So you might, we might have a video just dedicated solely for that. But that's way along the lines. At the current moment, we need to worry about getting out of this situation. But how do we want to get out of it? Now, when we do end up going back to normal, which we don't know how long that's going to take, so the government and everyone who's still hung up on the old system, who want to go back to that old system, that $23 trillion deficit and all these fake problems that don't even really exist. As you can see right now, if the stock market crashes, the economy is already down the tube. It doesn't make a difference for us. It only makes a difference for them. So if we can just gather our resources, come together, and create a new way of educating ourselves, governing ourselves, and helping each other, so that the next generation will be a much better off generation and the ones to come. Now, there are some governments and there are some people who might not be interested in this type of thing. Well, that's no problem, because they can continue their way. They can continue their little stock market and make all this money. It doesn't matter, because we're going to be doing the same thing, but for no cost. And we're going to be learning a lot more than they will be. They're just going to be stuck in the 500-year-old system. Where we're going to be well educated. We're going to learn and develop things that they can't even imagine doing because of cost. They always say things cost too much. Well, that shouldn't keep you from inventing. That shouldn't keep you from progressing. So whoever wants to be involved can be involved. Whoever doesn't want to be involved doesn't have to be involved. We can do this in a way where we can prove to the naysayers that this is the best way to go about it. We shouldn't be trying to develop weapons to fight each other. We should be developing weapons to protect ourselves from things that are beyond our reach right now. and we're nowhere close to that. So I'll stop it there, and we'll continue hopefully very soon. And if not, then good luck to everyone, and I'll see you guys around.